Oh my goodness. Hi, welcome. I have a message to bring through, and it has to do with therapy. Whether you are a therapist, whether you are a client who sees a therapist. I am both. I am a therapist and a 500-hour yoga instructor. I offer yoga-based therapy. Welcome to my channel. Check out the videos. I'm also a client. I see a therapist myself. And the message is, your therapist loves you. Your therapist loves you, and you might love your therapist. And I don't mean this in the romantic, sexual way. I mean this in love is there, and it is okay. I am so sorry for my hair. It is okay. It is okay to share it, to say it, to befriend it, to be authentic. The best therapists, in my opinion, my belief, are the ones that are real, are the ones that are real. They disclose. They dress how they want to dress. They share. They may be friends with you. I'm going to put it out there. This goes against the typical ethics, the ethics that stem from 50 plus years ago, created by white men, that there can't be the dual relationships. Me, yoga teacher, also offers a therapist and yoga teacher. Come to my yoga class. Come to my yoga class. That's a dual relationship. That's a dual relationship. Not supposed to do that. Okay. Be friends on social media because you are a real person. You're a therapist. If you are a therapist, you are a real person. And your therapist is a real person. And if you follow them or you find them, and I bet most clients look up their therapist on social media. But as a therapist, sharing very real messages that are meant to be heard. The breakthrough is right here, right now. If you are a therapist, be real, be authentic, trust yourself, trust your instincts, trust that you're not going to do any harm. The ethics and the rules are there because of fear that people will cause harm. We are good people. We are all good people. You are a good person. If that's all you need to hear today, because you need that confirmation, because you don't trust it about yourself, because there were rules and ethics and policies to follow, like don't accept the gifts. I accept the gifts. I'm putting it out there. If they want to come after me, if they want to take my license, so be it. It will make for a fantastic story. Because I know, I trust in who I am and the impact that I have on the world with the people that I serve, whether that's as a therapist, whether that, I don't know, you want to call me a model, a coach, a friend, an equal. So I've gone to school, so I have a license. Does that make me better? I've struggled with this for a long time, knowing deep down that the message was meant to come out at the timing that worked, that I didn't have to force it, that I didn't have to create it, I didn't have to figure out, well, how am I going to get this message out to people? I live it. I live it. And I know that I'm making an impact because I trust in the dynamic between me and the person that gets to sit across from me and is seen because they are willing to also see me. And it took me a long time, way longer than necessary, but again, it happened as it needed to. And it's still forming. It's still in creation. Living authentically in all areas of your life. Dress how you want to dress. Have the tattoos. Dye your hair different colors. Wear different nail polish on your nails. How many places say, no, you cannot dress like that because it doesn't look professional? Can we please disrupt? Can we please disrupt the policies that you cannot be who you are in your profession, that there is a division between profession and personal life? And this isn't going to land for everyone. There's going to be controversy. Go ahead, share it, comment about it on my page. Tell me that I'm wrong. What if there is no right and wrong? What if there just is? If you want to dress professionally and you want to have that division between your professional life and your personal life, absolutely do it. Just be you. And if that's you, do it. I'm proud of you. I'm encouraging you because I also love you. I have love for you. And then if you've questioned and you're like, this doesn't feel right. I wear yoga pants every day. Wear yoga pants every day. Maybe you want to wear jeans. Maybe you want to wear your Converses, your Vans, your sandals, your flip-flops. Do what's right based on the moment. Do what is right for you, meaning that if it is for you, then it is right because it follows your integrity and your morals and values. Guilt, healthy guilt, is when we go against our own morals and our own values. You need it. You need the guilt to keep you in line with what you believe in. Unhealthy guilt is the guilt that's placed upon you because someone told you it's wrong. But what makes them the judge? What makes them get to decide? I get, we need regulations, we need policies, but not in every area of life. Not in our humanness. And my humanness loves my clients, and I tell them. My humanness is willing to be friends with my clients, and I tell them. That's going to disrupt a lot for people. And when I say friends, I don't mean we are going to the mall, we're going out to lunch or dinner, they're coming over my home. No. What does friendship mean? It's a knowing of somebody, getting to know them, and through the channel, the shared channel, I offer therapeutic interventions based on my training. Sure, I have some training. I take the continuing education classes and I went to school. Okay, I have some training, but the best therapy has come from my intuition with people. My understanding of mental health symptoms stemming from manifestations of not being authentic and having experiences that were unexpected that led to trauma or that created or fostered anxiety. That is a signal from the body because of the person's response to it. Gain some understanding, supporting people and having better understanding of themselves in the therapy room. So tell me something your therapist has offered you or that you offered as a therapist that was authentic, that resonated for you, that led you to see life differently and transform. There are so many different kinds of therapists. Physical therapist, occupational therapist. I'm a mental health therapist, if I need to clarify. And maybe this isn't fully making sense. But it's me being here sharing a message that will land for one person. And if that one person is me, amazing. And maybe it's many of you. Maybe it's many of you in this profession that have struggled and been like, I want to be friends with that client. Again, I don't mean that you're partying and that you're going out together. I mean that you're sharing in the space authentically. And maybe you accept a gift. Maybe they come to something else that you offer. Maybe you offer a workshop. Maybe you offer a group, but it's not group therapy. Maybe you see them out in public and you give them a freaking hug with their permission. With their permission. I do not violate anybody's privacy without permission. But instead of saying, the ethics say that I can't hug you, or I can't wave to you out in public, or I can't introduce you to my family, clients have met my family just because we were out at a hospital one day. My grandfather was in the hospital and I ran into a client. They said hi first. They had a family member in the hospital. That is freaking human. And I'm so passionate about it that I know, despite logic, despite rationale, despite reason, that this is going to create such a transformation in the mental health therapy world. Because more and more, we are evolving and awakening into our humanness. I know physical therapists who go play golf with their clients. Why can't therapists? And I know why. I know the reason, the logic, the logistics. Feel free to comment about it. It is welcomed here to have a discussion about differing beliefs. I accept that. But I share this because there's maybe people that need it because they're scared. They're scared to tell their client something personal that might be clinically appropriate or not. I tell my client, if I say anything that bothers you, tell me. If you see something on my page and you're like, that's not the therapist for me, then you can choose. You can choose to see a different therapist, and I'm not offended. Give the clients their autonomy. Trust in your clients. The answers, the wisdom is in the client. And I am a client. I have my own therapist. Every person benefits from having someone to hold space. The sad thing is that we need it because we regularly struggle to hold that space because emotions were learned to be scary. We have defenses, we have protectors, and the more and more that we can see them as normal and also maybe no longer necessary, oh my goodness, would human interactions and relationships be so much more loving, so much more loving. Therapy evolves on the authentic, intuitive, and educational level or training level. We need all of it. So, tell me, how is this for you? Are you a client who sees a therapist and wishes that you knew more about them? And maybe it's like, oh, all I know is that my therapist lives in this area and maybe goes on vacation sometimes. And maybe I think she has a pet. I think at one time she had to call out because her kid was sick. So I know she has a kid. And my therapist has tattoos. It's both. You choose. You can have the therapist that's super private. Awesome. Choose that for you. And then the therapist who's a little more eccentric and maybe has some self-disclosure. Follow them. Get to know them. Be curious. Trust that your therapist still holds the boundary, that will not cross the line of danger. Not because the ethics says so, because that's in their integrity. Their integrity is to do no harm. That's the number one rule. And I do not want to cause any harm, but if I do, tell me, please. If I harmed you even on here, I am willing to listen. Take that approach. Open perspective. Be in nature. Come back down to the ancient practices and the humanness that is the healing. I love you. You amaze me. Like and subscribe if you'd like. Here's your channeled message from me to you. We are creating big breakthroughs and big change. And most people who follow my page are on their own evolution, their own spiritual awakening, their own struggle with mental health systems. Your disorder is not a disorder. The diagnostic manual says it is, and to bill insurance it is. But maybe it's not. Maybe you're not broken. Maybe there's nothing wrong with you. You just have symptoms. Watch my other videos. Trauma is a response to something dangerous and threatening and scary that happened. Your PTSD is that. There's nothing wrong with you. You are not broken. But you absolutely deserve the space to share and to be heard and to understand and to utilize body-based, mind-body-based interventions to help bring you back to yourself, because all it is a coming back to yourself. And I cannot wait to see you there as whole. So if this resonates, let me know, share it. Or if you want to comment and tell me something different, I'm all for it. Seriously, you amaze me.